click it twice. Okay. There we go. Now we're ready. Now we're going. How you guys doing tonight? Should be coming up. Should be coming up. Should be coming up. Should be coming up. Great, Scott. How are you doing, Shadow Ops? We should be live. Are we live? Are we live? Good now. Hey, George. How you doing, sir? Wild Bill. Great Scott. Eric. Wow. I'm glad it's working. It's like you never know with this. I gave up doing my countdown after the fiasco last time. But hey, Paul, how you doing? Thomas, how's everybody doing? It's great. It's a great Thursday, last day of work this week. Woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. I'm excited about that. Hey, Ken, how you doing? Yeah, it's been a crazy week. Now it looks like we're going to get rain going this weekend. It's going to be pretty sketchy for flying. But today it was supposed to rain all day, and it didn't rain all day. So yeah, I'll probably get some flying in sometime to this weekend because I want to fly the Arrows F-15 again. Tug Hill, how you doing, sir? Pat, how's it going? Yeah, it's just I'll say I'm impressed with the Arrows F-15. I'm really impressed with it. Man, that thing just flies great. It just I was nervous about the throws because the only one out there that's really got a video other than the China RC guy is Art Rich, RC Informer, but he changed all the control rods, and I wasn't going to do that. So I kind of set the throws up similar to what I had on the F-16 when I first started flying it, and it worked well. Hey, Don. Yeah, ice storms. My God. Yeah, George, I saw that. Hey, Dave, how you doing, sir? Yeah, that was just crazy, man. My buddies, Ricky and his brothers and stuff, over there, and they live in the Fort Worth area, so I hope they weren't involved in that pile up they had. Holy cow. Yeah, Paul. It's going to be warm. It's going to be rainy. Hey, Matt, how you doing, sir? But yeah, I just want to fly. I mean, it's just like, good grief. As soon as I got home, I took the uh, took the F-15 and added my extensions to the leads and ran them underneath the battery tray. Yeah, that Arrow's 50. It's worth it. I don't know what the MiG 29 is from Arrows, what it's like, but if it flies anything like this, oh my God! But it's got the best. It's got better landing gear than what the Avanti has, and that is awful hard to do. I think anyway, because that Avanti landing gear is fantastic out there on the rough. I didn't do a range check with the my receiver in its new position, but I did taxi it around the yard. The neighbor was out with his father-in-law. I get they're probably planning fishing or they're talking fishing or barbecuing and fishing. He lives for bass fishing. He's got one of those Skeeter 20-foot bass boats, and he fishes tournaments and stuff, and he's always fishing. Yeah, it's like when I come on Thursdays, I know I'm subject to being preempted by Ryan anytime, which is fantastic with me. I think it's great whenever we get something new. Oh yeah, though. I mean, and George, it does fly great, but what really surprises me is how light it feels. It feels light. It feels lighter. I don't have anything to weigh it on, but it feels, just to hold it in your hands, it feels lighter than the F F-16, the free wing F-16 that I have. Michael, sir, man, you're cleaning up on all the giveaways this year. You're doing great, man. I think it's fantastic. I was sitting there thinking, like, I mean, I didn't know, I don't even know if I would take something if I won it, but I would because Linda's clamped down on me pretty hard. Yeah, just barely. No, I'm just kidding, man. I do fine. It's just I try not to. Yes, Kenneth, I got it working. I got it working because the stickers on the R88, they are backwards. So I had that going for me. And then I don't know why. I was watching RC Radio Reviewer, and he's got throttle on one. Mine, I got throttle on three. If you ain't got the throttle in three, you're not going to bind to anything. So once I got that figured out, everything's fine. And I plan on putting these in a couple other planes, but I've got to sit down and figure out if it's raining this weekend. That's what I'm going to do is work on getting expos set and rates and flaps. JCB, how you doing, sir? Great Scott Paul. Eric, Eric, man, you just do fantastic work. I wish I had the patience to do all the detailing that you do on planes. Yeah, it looks your Mark Dave, your MiG Arrows MiG looks great. Yeah, three is throttle. Yeah, yes, Eric, I should have. Yeah, Victor, you got a budget all right. It's like it seems like you get everything that comes out, which is cool. That's fine. I mean, it's just like I used to buy a lot of planes when they first came out. Because like once you master and you get to where you can fly, it's like I've always been an aviation nut, and you want to try to fly everything. But yeah, the OpenTX. One of the cool features about that radio is it has a 2.4 gigahertz spectrum analyzer, so it shows the full range of the 2.4 in a graphic form, and then it shows the interference. And I flew it last weekend on the T-28. I haven't put that video up yet because I'm not really happy with that video because Caleb came down during that flight. And we were talking mostly, and I wasn't even paying attention that about it. So I just I flew and we talked, but I talked more than I flew, and I didn't do a great job of filming it and stuff. But and plus Tuco was barking because right after I flew, as soon as I landed, I told Caleb to let him loose, and then we each started chasing him around. It was great. Yeah, it's just flying, Eric. That's what I'm hoping to do is get to fly more this year and have some fun and maybe some people. Corona gets underway. Maybe people will start coming out a little more to fly because I enjoy flying with people. I mean, it might not look like it because I'm the only one out there, but I can't you know go through town beating a drum saying, "Hey, let's go fly," But I don't understand it. Those guys, I guess they're going to wait for when it's 98 degrees and 100% humidity to start coming out and fly. Yeah, I'm going to try to do this, Paul. Yeah, I'm going to try to do it every Thursday at this time. I think it's a good time. Plus, it'll keep it short and warm up everybody for Kenny. It's like heck, I got to stretch out and relax and try to get him up. Hey, David, how you doing, sir? Make you a moderator. I try to make everybody a moderator. I just like it better that way. I mean, it's because when you're a moderator of a live stream, you can't go edit my comments in my videos or anybody's videos when you do that. But I don't know. It's just good to see everybody blue. That's one thing. It's like when it comes to use and influence, like Dave's links. I like using Dave's links or Pilot Ryan's because I figure, if they, hey Taylor, how you doing, sir? If if somebody's nice enough to make everybody a monitor, make you a moderator, you got to reciprocate and show a little love and use their links. That's the way I look at it anyway. And I try to mix it up. I try not to use, like if Dave shows something, I use Dave's links. But Pilot Ryan, I'll use his sometimes, and I just mix it up. I think we should mix it up and share the love. Run for the hills, sir. Yeah, David. Good grief, man. I'll tell you what. I got my second COVID shot. Linda and I did. We got it Monday, And man, like Tuesday, I felt horrible. I was weak. I felt like my arms felt like they weighed 1,000 pounds. It was hard to walk around. One minute I'd be hot, one minute I'd be cold. And then yesterday it was a little better. And today I'm fine. Hey Jeff Tui, how you doing, sir? We got a lot of Jeffs in here. I like it. But yeah, it's been good. Let's see what else. I got a list here. But that free wing, the price, the extra $50, I think it's worth it. I mean, the paint is fantastic on that thing. It the little points on the horizontals, those things are pretty fragile. Heck, I when I was putting the planes in the hauler after flying, I accidentally just barely bumped it with the wing of the Bearcat and boink, it broke off. But it just super glued it back on. I figure that's going to be a regular occurrence. Yeah, Benny and the Jeffs there, Marshall. Yeah. Yes, yes, Shadow, I did. I saw that. About, yeah, no worries, man. We'll figure it out. It's not that hard. I figured out my little fry sky, but it had a manual, so I could kind of, for a sailboat, there's not really, you don't need expo or anything. But yeah, this weekend though, I mean, it's not supposed to be windy, and it's going to be kind of on the cold side. It's only going to be in the mid 50s this weekend, so I guess that cold front's working its way across to us. But my God, if the people got the rain, the amount of rain that we got and snow, holy cow, man, that's a lot. But yeah, it's been good. I'm just anxious to fly. I just want to fly. I mean, I almost put a UMX up in the yard, but I figured I wouldn't have time, because I wanted, because if I have something to do after work, I got to do it right away. I can't sit down and do anything. Yeah, short-term memory, all kinds of memories going out. It's more like a private dancer. Oh, thanks, Michael. Yeah, Victor, you're back to work. That's good, man. Oh my God, if the disease is worse than what you get from the shot, I couldn't imagine that. Chi, how you doing? Yeah, Chi, I see you flying up there in that cold, man. You and Ashley out there. It's like if it's not in the mid 50s and not wind's not blowing very hard, I am not getting Linda out there to film. She's not going to come out there and shiver. Yep. Tina Turner, I sure do, man. Oh, it doesn't look like Tina Turner. Yeah. No, I don't. And when I had hair and was a little younger, sometimes somebody, said I looked like Jack Nicholson, but I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult. But Timothy, how you doing, sir? Yeah, Chi, man, you keep scoring those good deals up there, man. That big extra, that's gonna fly nice. A guy at the club used to have one of the extreme flights of one of their big 3D planes, and he flew it on 10 cell. He used two 5 cells in it all the time. Man, he was a good flyer. He just got bored and quit. Roland, how you doing, sir? Man, if you guys haven't checked out Roland's video where he drives around his property and his poor dog, he wouldn't even give his poor dog a ride. That poor dog ran, and most of the time it was in front of him. It knew where he was going to drive most of the time. A couple of times he threw her off, but man, she would take out and just go out there and get in front of him. It was great. Hey, Tug Hill. Yeah, I don't miss the snow. I don't miss the snow up in New York at all. I don't miss it one bit. Yeah, because I live probably about a mile and a quarter, a mile and a half from where I worked on West Point, so I could just walk to work. Or sometimes I would, break out the cross country skis and you know throw my boots in my backpack and ski to work, even though nobody else could make it in. But Data never sleeps. George Animal Stew. Thanks, Air Marshal. That's a compliment. I don't know. I'm starting to feel more like an old curly, the Three Stooges. Yuck, 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 yuck. But Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna bring planes in here and show you guys stuff and everything, but no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm gonna set up a little different here once I retire and stuff. And but I figure if I'm not on that long, and I figure if I'm doing stuff, I can't read the chat because I don't know about you guys, but the live streams, the chat is where the action's at. It's like, or I could go out. I've got plenty of UMX planes in the garage. I could go out and get a couple of those and unbox them for you guys. I know everybody loves an unboxing of the UMX planes. I'm always joking about it, but people watch them. I mean, I watch them, so it's not like you're gonna pull an alien out of the box or something. No, I don't think I can eat a church. We used to go watch the wrestling when the kids were young and stuff. They used to, when I was stationed at Fort Jackson, they used to come to the Civic Center there, and that was when those Australian guys, I can't remember what they were called, was there and stuff. But then I used to go TDY a lot and fly out of Charlotte, and I saw a lot of people, a lot of famous people in the Charlotte airport. Ric Flair was there. Woo! He was wearing a suit, talking to somebody right outside of one of the bookstores. I went in to buy. I can't even remember what I bought. I think a bag of jelly bean. I don't know what out there. I can't remember, but he was out there talking, and I just kind of nodded at him and waved, and he waved. I didn't want to interrupt him or anything. Then Randy Savage one time we was going through security, and he came up the line. He asked every single person in line if he could go ahead and cut in front, and I thought that was pretty cool. He was pretty tall, really. I figured, because most of those wrestlers are pretty small, but I thought it was pretty cool the way he did that, and then he took off running. But I just thought, that's kind of like because we always had like a pretty long hangover there at Charlotte, flying out, putting the snow skis on the yeah. Yeah, I would like to, you know, I'm going to say this, but I think it would be fun to fly off snow or to try it, but I don't think so. I mean, yeah, Dave, you're always doing stuff, man, soldering and stuff. I think it's funny, your little solder pin. I mean, I'm just an old school guy. Like if I have to get flux and something like that, I get this high tech thing called the toothpick. Put some on the toothpick and then dab it on and stuff. But my God, if you got that injector, that's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, I like the battery replacement videos, Eric, and I don't mind unboxing videos are fine. I think it's funny when a UMX plane, you make a big production about pulling a UMX plane out of the box that's already assembled and stuff. But I mean, it's good entertainment. Oh yeah, you guys building those LX planes, my God. It's like I'm surprised the paint doesn't come, you have to in cans and you have to spray paint the planes, but man, if they fly like Kenny's P40 did there at the Toys for Tots fly-in, and that's good. Yeah, it's like I like my new shirts. I like my new shirts. I mean, that design looks okay. I'm gonna do some more stuff. I need somebody that does graphics though, because what you see there, the JF, that's been my initial. Because the last name's Fry. That's been my initial since I think in the second grade we had to come up with the teacher had us make a brand, for like cattle or something, and that's what I came up with. Yeah, man, that's. I'm sorry, Eric, that you got or Shadow that you got a bad set of goggles, man. Because I've got that pair that motion sells, that cheap pair. I can't even remember the brand, but the DV, I can't get it to record on the disc when I fly it. I think it's because I've got too high quality of a SD card. Yeah, yeah, it's just like, man, that landing with the F-15, I tell you what, man, I was so nervous because I was sitting there, I got relaxed flying, and I'm sitting there, the gusts are kind of blowing me around and stuff. And then when I had it coming in, man, and I, and right as it got about 12 feet off, 10 feet off the runway or 12 feet, the wind died. So if you listen in the video, you can hear the throttle go up, because I gave it that little bit of throttle that greased it in perfect on the rear wheels, and I was meant to do a slow motion of the landing because if you do it, if you watch it and slow it down, you can see the back wheels hit and then the nose come in. Dennis, how you doing, sir? Don, man, it's just I thank you all for stopping by. Let's see what else do we got over here. The Bearcat tail wheel, putting that on. That went on real easy. I mean, you had to kind of. It's got a 90-degree off of the landing gear post that you got to put the control rod in and then fish that back down in. But if you just, yeah, you just turn it and twist it in there and it worked perfect. And then I just readjusted it and it what took the longest was because when you buy the tail wheel, they give you the plastic piece that's glued to the plane, and you got to take the screws out of that. That's what took the longest is taking those four screws out again. Yeah, I just watched a big. I mean, it was supposed to be a $75,000 L39. It was the RC Geek. He had that video. It's an older video, but I saw that it popped up on the side, and I saw $75,000 L39. Oh my God, he flew that thing great. A lot of times those big planes, the pilots are. This guy though, man, everything he did was perfect. Let's see. So David got out of the snow. Dave and Brandon, they were able to get out of the park. I mean, it was good YouTube, but man, I just felt so sorry for him. Heck, I don't know. I think I'd have ordered pizza and then got a ride with the driver for an extra 10, to take me home or something. But yeah, I mean, dealing like that snow stuff like that, it's just like it's just crazy. Big release today, Roy. How you doing, sir? Big release. Yeah. I don't think there is one today. I'm sure Draco's about ready to pop. That thing's probably bursting at the seams over there in the warehouse. Oh my God, Dave! And people were coming up to him and asking him questions, and he was like, "Could you please step away from the plane? It's kind of expensive." And it was over in Sylvania too. There, where the brothers are, the Pachinko brothers are at there. It was a big jet fest they have over there. It looked like it was more towards, the mountains probably. But my goodness sakes, that you guys got to check that out. RC Geek, and it's the $75,000 L39. I'd play it for you, but go check it out. Yeah, Roy, nothing's going on. We're not spinning the wheel tonight. It wouldn't matter anyway, because Righteous here tonight. He would win everything. Michael would win it. All right, Dennis. Yeah, Dennis's F Focke-Wulf 190 is supposed to arrive. That's a plane I like my little Focke-Wulf 90, and I know I would like flying that. Hey, Joe, how you doing, sir? Thanks for stopping by, everybody. I appreciate it. But it's just I don't know. I don't have room for anything. I was going to take planes to Perry this year too. Kind of disappointed. I might try Facebook, but I've looked. There's nothing in the local area for Facebook people selling planes. And hey, Brian, how you doing, sir? Yeah, Raicha did great, man. Because like my giveaway, was $225. It was supposed to be for the Arrows Viper, but instead of doing the plain deal, I just went ahead and PayPal the winners the money so they could do with what they wanted. Yeah, that worked out well, the live drawings. But I'm not going to be Dave's RC is the giveaway. I might do another giveaway someday here soon when we hit another milestone. If we hit another milestone, I shouldn't say that. It's like my channel. Heck, I just started asking people to subscribe. I think around Christmas because I was sitting there thinking like, Jeff, you've been doing this since 2000 what 2009. I've been posting. Well, I was posting videos before that on my other channel. Jermaine, how you doing, sir? It's going, man. But so I figured, well, I better start. I'm gonna start asking people, and then I got the new camera. But Linda, she's always busy doing stuff because she works hard too, and I feel I don't know. I don't expect her to just come out there and do it everything. HAT, how you doing, sir? Yeah, but I cracked the 4,000 hours. I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago. I was kind of surprised by that. I was like, "Huh." So I don't know. I mean, little milestones. That's how but like I said, it's all about funds. I throw my whole flight videos out there. I don't cherry pick landings. If I dork something up, I put it up there. Now, if I crash, sometimes I don't post the crash video until I already have the plane repaired, and then I'll put the crash video up and then put the repaired video flight up. Nah, Marshall, you got to have a video. You got to do a giveaway every Monday, every other Monday night. Give away something big there. You got all the you get all the stuff to demo there coming in from Horizon. But that's good. I'm glad. I like seeing like Ryan. Man, I kept hoping Ryan would get a weather break, but I guess he's not going to be like Chi, go out there and shovel the runway and have have um, have the wife go out there and spread stuff. Hey Don, how you doing, sir? Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, I don't know what Kenny's gonna do tonight. Let's see, what else do we got coming up here? Oh, the NX radios. How many people got the NX? Yeah, it's all out of whack. That's everything. I had to change that. I still like that saying, man. I just feel bad for Frank Sylvester because he's not a bad flyer. I mean, he flies in good grief, man. He flies in some crazy winds. The Buffalo Bills should have had all went and shake Michael Rocker's hand before the AC championship game. Right? Yeah. Yeah, it was nice today. I think it hit 70 today. It was nice at lunch. My goodness. I guess it was kind of spitting rain. Yeah. Yeah, I want to come up and fly with you guys, Dave, once things get settled down. Yeah, I know you love it, Dave. You're tied to Spectrum, and that's good, man. I'm glad for you and everything. I think it's great. Yeah, I think that, like if anything happens to my DX9, I think the NX10 is what I would get for sure. But I think it's nice that Spectrum finally gets to enjoy stuff that OpenTX people have had for years. I think it's about time Spectrum's up their game to match, some of the basic OpenTX stuff. How's that for a day? But it's like my buddy that used to fly OpenTX and was showing me everything he could do and stuff. And I was like, man, I'm here to fly planes, not program radios. But now I got time. I can program radios. I want to learn to do it. And I think I'll be decent at. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's just there's steps. The stuff that Spectrum does for you. You got to do it for yourself. George, how you doing, sir? Yeah, that's what I want to. Yeah, I just like. Yeah, I I posted a lot of my buddies' crashes, my older videos. There's lots of crashes. Bruce, he was notorious for crashing, and it would just be one little mistake. I mean, like the time with his intruder where he took off and he took it off before it had enough airspeed, and it just doinked right in, hit it hit the power box on the side of the road. But I told him, I said, Dave, you ought to come up because when I was flying off the back road, so they thought they would come over and take off the back road too. But I started right beside that box because there's nothing other than that box for you to hit if something goes wrong and it rolls right. Other than it might go in the little swamp that's over there. But I said, Bruce, you ought to come up here in front of this. Ah, nah, I don't need to go up there in front of that, and then bloop, bloop, bloop. Yeah, more Tuco. I know. I mean, I don't know where he's at. Let me see if I can get him. Tuco, come here, buddy. Tuco. Tuco, Tuco. Hey, bud, come up here. Come up, come up. Tuco, come up. There you go. Magic of peanuts. Peanuts work every time, don't they, Tuco? Yeah. He's usually in bed, though. He goes to bed early. Now you're drooling on me now, bud. Yeah, he gets excited, man. If I touch any plain stuff, he gets excited. Like tonight when I took out the transmitter to because I after I connected all the extensions, I wanted to check everything to make sure that it worked. Okay, buddy. Thank you. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. So I tested everything after I put the extensions on. Then I routed everything underneath the battery tray. And then once I got the battery tray back in, I went ahead and put it back down. What'd you get for 120, Eric? I missed that. Oh, Detram. Okay. Yeah, I had because when I bought the C47 to learn on, the Dynam C47 to learn on, perfect learner's plane. I bought the ready to fly and they sent me a Dectrum radio and everything. And I, you know, I mean, I don't know why I didn't, that's before I really knew anything about RC groups or anything, but I had the ailerons reversed and I thought, I can fly. I just remember go left to go right, go right to go left and stuff. But that was a fiasco and a half. But that's how I met my buddy Rick, because he was at the park down there at the beach flying, and he goes, Jeff, do you mind if I give you some advice? I was like, no, please do. And the rest is history. Fat Shark goggles. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good deal. I got some Fat Shark goggles, but I haven't used them with my FPV. I used that crazy hood thing that I got from Motion. But the camera that I got from Motion will connect to them though. I don't know. I mean, it's like FPV. I mean, I kind of like flying it, but after I fly it and land with it, I'm like, yeah, huh. So, Dave, you were able to connect the Wi-Fi and update it, and it went well. Yeah, huh. Hey, C Mafia, how you doing, Michael? Yeah, if you know, I've got a rack, I've got a place for that plane. That's for sure. Yeah, the Datrum radios, I don't know. See, I wouldn't even recommend, like when people ask me, because I meet people at the park all the time and give them recommendations, and I usually tell them to, you know, get the Spectrum bind or ready to fly plane for their first plane, because tell them to get like the a free wing, what's that, Ranger, that'd be a good first plane, and then another like an open TX radio. But I think open TX would turn somebody off from flying forever if that's their first radio. And plus the safe is nice when they're learning, because at least then when at least when I have them flying safe, they get to feel and look what the plane looks like right in the air. But heck, I usually get them flying in intermediate mode, on the first battery. All right. Great, 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 Buffy. You got your new radio and it works great. That is good. That's fantastic. Yeah, because I know you're not a dumb guy, so I'm sure you could figure out how to work the NX10 without any problems, so had to be something wrong with it. Yeah, because I've had the ASX receivers, I've had two bad ones, two bad receivers. One was in my Carbon Z Cub. That receiver was bad. The ESC was bad in that too. And then I bought the 1.2 meter Spitfire bind and fly, and that thing just crapped out. The first I took off, I did a range check on it because it was installed from the factory, so I still did a range check. I took off, I churned, and as soon as I churned, the gear were still down, and it just lost all signal, and it just glided down and landed into one of the bushes there at Chernobyl, that where we fly in the beach. Luckily, I had it on video, but the Horizon just set me in a whole new plane. They told me to keep it. I said I can fix it. You don't need to. I mean, I tried to talk them out of it, but they said, "No, you buy enough stuff, Jeff. We'll go ahead and send you a plane." So I got that in the bag, because some problems that I have with Horizon planes, I just fix them myself because I feel guilty. All right, they're going to give you a refund. That's good. Yeah, I'm sure the Detrum transmitter will probably work. But what I plan on doing with it is like I want to take a plane out with a Radio Master and a plane out with a Spectrum, and then just do a range test because we did that with a Futabo and DX9, and the Futabo just killed the DX9. Roach, how you doing, sir? I like that helicopter flight. You could kind of tell you weren't too happy with how it landed. Like there was a little something that wasn't quite right with it. But I thought it was a great flight, man. That thing looked huge flying in there. It sounded great too. That was, he's got a, was that an Apache? I think it is, or fly. Heck, I work at the NCO Academy. All the aviators in the Army, the maintainers, and stuff. I should know helicopters, but I don't. Ah, wow, that's good. I just like I like Donham planes. I don't, I mean, but if you're paying close to $200 for a Dynamo bird, and you can get a flight line for the, $10 more and stuff, then maybe I would do it if it was the same, same like a Spitfire or something like that. But I want. Hey, Rich, how you doing, sir? I sure enjoyed meeting you guys down there. And heck, I was off Thursday, the Thursday of the E-Jets, but I just didn't want to go the miles because then I'd have to, quarantine and ROM in place, and I didn't want to do that with me getting ready to leave. But the person that's supposed to be working with me, yeah, I don't. I frankly, I care, but I mean, I care up until the 26th, and after that, I'm not going to worry about it. They'll do just fine. But yeah, it's like our field runs to the northeast, and we get a lot of winds from the north in the winter and from the summer. But when it's from the east, it's not bad. I don't care. I mean, I make a big deal about the winds, but I don't know, just kind of playing it up a little bit because I'm used to flying in winds. But I just every once in a while, I mean, it's nice when you just got like a 5 mile an hour wind, and you can, because then you can see really how your plane's trimmed out, and you can play with it a little better. Wow. Huh. Yeah, because on the my Radio Master, I had a real old lemon receiver. I mean, it is old. It's probably back when they did DMS. Yeah, it looked like it was Rich. It looked like you guys had the same kind of win we had for the Toys or Tots. I watched Rich's. I didn't watch the whole video, but I watched some of the Raphael, the takeoff, and a few of the passes and the landing. It looked pretty breezy, spirited. But heck, I just wanted to come down and see you guys again and camp. I'm gonna pick a tent up. Joe Habib, are you in Canada? But Let's see, what else do we got here on the list? I do have a list. I do have a list. Uh, that's about it. Yeah, the F-15. I'm impressed by how light it is. That's another thing I'm impressed with. So I mean, to me, that just has light wing loading for a EDF. It's pretty good. Yeah, I enjoy it, Roy. Exactly, Eric. Eric says most of my dining planes, they're planes nobody else makes. Yeah, that AT-6 that you converted to the SBD dive bomber, that looks great. All your stuff looks great, Eric, that you do. No water in the tire. Nah, man, that no Mafia, that FMS Bayhawk. I mean, when I saw LJ's at the Toys for Tots, even though it wasn't in the best condition, I just knew I just liked the way that plane looked. Yeah, I fly in the used to fly in the fog a lot at the beach, man. You had to hover the ground and you could put it up in the fog and come back down. I enjoy that. I kind of like the fog because I would put a cameras on the planes because I was always the first one there to fly, and I'd get fly my video flights when no one was there. So because when everybody was there, we flew in the patterns with everybody. Wanted They didn't like mid airs. I was involved in a few mid airs, but it wasn't my fault. That's why I don't fly. I won't fly at the same time somebody's flying in 3D because that's how it happened. Was I was up pretty high coming across the field, coming across, and the guy goes zoom right up through my plane. Except for that was that Pilatus that Tower used to sell, and it just destroyed. He had one of those Tower Hobbies extras, a little extra, and it just demolished. I felt so bad for him because mine I was able to land it, and a little glue and a little tape later it was ready to fly. Except for I would have had the onboard video because I was running video, but it hit the plane so hard the little disc ejected out of the Mobius, and I couldn't find it. Ah, nah. I bet you, Mafia. It doesn't come with the reflex from Horizon Hobby. I'll just bet you it doesn't. I think they strip all those out that they sell. That's the one bad thing about having Horizon being the FMS distributor. Yeah, and they probably complained about FMS selling directly too. I mean, I would too if you pay to be the distributor and then the manufacturer sells directly. That's kind of like a unfair compete there, even though it took longer to get it from there. But yeah, let's see. Oh man, I don't know about you, but I'm worried. Something's really got me worried. I think our poor Gorilla products are going to go up in price because of that poor misfortunate young woman in Louisiana that was doped into using the Gorilla Glue on her hair. I just I I just feel so bad for her. I mean, that's an easy mistake. The hair product she was using was kind of an orange bottle. The Gorilla Glue was in an orange bottle. So it'd be easy, awful easy to get it confused and mixed up. Yeah, yeah, Tug Hill. It came in like that because when I was about 10 feet off the runway, the winds were blowing pretty hard. They were in the teens, and then they just stopped. And you'll notice as it's coming down, I hit the throttle, because I was pretty much I was just a little off the throttle, and then I gunned the throttle, and I still managed to, I still brought it down on the rear wheels. I mean, I was pretty, pretty impressed because I mean, I've been landing EDFs okay, except for that one landing I had with the Avante when I found out my problem that I was having with the EDFs. I was holding when I was turning, I was holding the rudder too long. And so like then after I'd get through the turns, I was still on the rudder and it was acting as a down elevator and the plane never dipping down. So now I just at the start of the turn I bump the rudder and stay off it. And it's working a lot better. I guess I'm used to flying the high wings where you got to kind of keep a lot of rudder in the turns. I don't know what she did. Yeah, I think this is gonna work out well, the time here. But yeah, it's just like, and then what was sad is the first clip I saw on Gorilla Glue Girl is that the news people were saying that she might have a case. And I'm like, what? What part of don't get near your skin or on your skin, don't do you not understand? I'm just like, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just like and I thought, well, maybe she did it on purpose to be to be a TikTok star, and she thought she could get it out, or I don't know what, who knows what goes into people's minds. You know, it's like I don't crash on purpose for videos, and I don't get as mad when I crash. I used to get mad, not mad at myself, for making a mistake, but now I just laugh it off because Bruce, my buddy, he kind of, Jeff, you're taking this too serious. Nobody got hurt. You can fix the plane or get another one, so just relax. It's part of the hobby. You're going to crash. I miss flying with those guys down at the beach. Bruce, Dave, Rick. We had fun. Man, we had fun out there. And Ray was the guy. Ray was a hoot, man. He had one of those Super Cubs, the 3 channel planes, and he always put the rudder on the aileron channel. So he would set his planes up. He would set his planes up so bad, and then he put it on. Or no, he kept it on the rudder channel. That's right, the rudder channel. So he's used to flying and just using his left hand. So when he got a 4 channel plane, guess where he put the ailerons? He put the ailerons on the rudder channel. And then it was like he would try to give his plane to somebody to fly, so they could trim it out for him because he wasn't very good at trimming them out. But it's like nobody wanted to fly with the ailerons on the same stick as the throttle. It was hilarious. It's funny. Yeah, I quit watching. I quit watching the news probably I don't know, pretty much a year ago. And I'll check. I'll look at Fox News every once in a while just and check the sports or something. And then YouTube's not any good anymore for sport, or not YouTube, but Yahoo, because they took the comments off. The comments were the best part. Yeah, a 4-hour haircut, and it looks like they had her out too because she had like an IV in her arm. I don't know. Someone I'm not gonna watch her look at her TikTok channel. I don't care that much, but I just think it's a sad state of affairs if she can sue Gorilla Glue and get a nickel out of them. If nothing else, they ought to put her in a commercial. Yeah, Gorilla Glue. It works on everything, even your hair. You try some of that on your back. Yeah, people have done some dumb stuff like yeah, that JB Quickwill. Yeah, the dentist one time when I was in there getting a checkup and stuff, he told me that he had some guy that had to come in on a Saturday because he lost a tooth, and he used some JB Quickwill to put his tooth back in, and it almost put him in the hospital, because of the chemicals and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, I was like, it kind of reminded me of the McKinsey brothers, up there when they're trying to get some free beer. They put the mouse in the beer bottle. They go to the brewery to get some free beer. Yeah, no, go to a mouse in our beer. Strange Brew. I love that movie. Ooh, get some free beer. But let's see, what's on the list? Yeah, let's see. I don't have anything I can solder. There's nothing in here I can whip up. Kenny's coming up. So, what? Anybody going to get any new planes other than the Focke-Wulf coming, or is everybody saving their money for the Draco? Anybody get the Hunter Hurricane from BitGo, the Dynam Hunter Hurricane? I like the looks of that plane. I would get it, but that landing gear, that landing gear, the landing gear would probably get all mangled up with me just setting it on the ground. Yeah, I don't think so that they would be worried about it. I figured Al Sharpton would be running in there to be her lawyer, or that Gloria Diprot or whatever her name is would be up there. This is a serious, like, oh, you getting the AL-37? That's nice, Michael. Yeah, there's all kinds of planes I'd like to get, but I don't have room. I guess I could make room. I don't know, George. I just, I'm like, I just like, when I first saw that, I thought you ordered a balsa plane. Nice, nice, Roland. Ooh, Tug Hill, yeah. I like that. I like If that was a B Mustang, I'd have it already, but a D, I'm like, yeah. Night, Eric. Yeah, I'd like to have the SIG 4-star 60 or a 4-star 54 or even a 4-star for ah yeah, hey Don, I've got the SIG senior sport ARF. I really like flying it. And I was kind of torn between the seniorita and the senior, but a lot of guys that I flew with at TOEF, they had the seniors and stuff. So I thought, man, I'll go ahead and get it. I love flying that thing too, man. That thing just floats. Gosh, I don't know, 5,000 battery. I can fly that thing for 20 minutes. Yeah, nice, Ken. The Hanger 9 Mini Ultra Stick, 3 sticks. Yeah, a stick is something I wouldn't mind having. We had two guys that worked for an airline that flew with us at TOEF. One was from Australia and the other was from England. And they they were a hoot, man, because one flew mode 2 and the other flew mode 3, and they because they were just here in a bit, like 8 months on a business trip, so they bought a few planes and they were flying them between the two. They bought their radios, and so they have to bind them up to each other, rebind them whenever the other guy wanted to fly because neither one of them could fly at the other guy's radio. But they were fun people to fly with. Ah, the Hanger 9 Mustang. That's nice, Michael. Yeah, I just love the B Mustangs, man. My little Tower Hobby P-51B Shangri-La. That thing, I just love it. Ah, yeah, wearing one of my old shirts today. I wore this pink shirt under my shirt to work. Nobody said any. Of course, nobody comes to my office. Just very few people. I keep the door shut because at work, if you have your door open, you're supposed to wear your mask. And if you work, none of us work out of cubes, but we've got like 80 new students in, so they're in quarantine right now. Of course, they're having computer problems. Hey, I'm not the one responsible to make sure that they're powered on so that they get updates and stuff. I'm the one that can reimage them once they get dropped from the network, though. Huh. Ooh, P4. Oh, the H9 P47. Yeah, Jugs. I like the P47s, man. I like that little one that Tower had. The same one that was in the Dallas Doll time frame there. I had that, and I, I traded it. I traded it or sold it to my buddy Rick, who then traded or sold it to Dave, my other buddy. Dave's got a house like Eric, man. Eric has. He's got planes everywhere. They got a three-bedroom house and two bedrooms of planes, planes in the living room, planes everywhere. Nice, Joe. Yeah, that Focke-Wulf 190, man. I just, like I said, man, I'm a fan of that plane. It's such a nice looking plane. And I can't fly. I guess I'm gonna have to take the wheel skirts off mine. I tried flying it out the field, but the wheel skirts were just hanging up. I guess I can take the skirts off because I can fly it at the park like it is, but I don't know how much longer I'll be able to fly at the park. I just love how that thing flies. It flies just like the Bearcat, just like the T-28. Nice, Tuggo. Yeah, Tuco, man, he's funny, man. He's like, because he's a poodle. He's got poodle in him, so he's got black skin like poodles do. So he gets hot pretty easily. And plus, his curly hair is a pretty nice fur coat. It's like whenever we cut him, man, it's like because we usually will cut him in the backyard or in the garage, and the hair will blow out in the yard, man, and the birds just go nuts, man. I mean, your bird nest ain't nothing unless it's lined with Tuco hair around here. I think it's going to cost up close. I'm betting close to 700, Joe. Probably up, like 679, 669, 689, or something like that. That's my guess. Because one, to get the landing gear like that picture that we saw in Mike Palte's video, it should that should cost a lot to get gear that articulates and everything like that can hold up to the weight of the you know a 2 meter plane. The Bumpkus's dogs are howling. There must have been a siren go down the highway. Yeah, like, oh my God, the husky. Because see, my plan this year was to get rid of my Grand Tundra. Not that I hate my Grand Tundra, but it's heavy and it's got kind of higher wing loading than what it looks like the Husky has. And I was going to get the Husky. And I have never flown my Grand Tundra on a four sail. I don't think I'd like it on a four sail because it's so heavy. I want that extra. Not that I fly my planes full throttle. I hardly ever. The only time I hit full throttle is going up on the verticals usually, or maybe like on the EDFs I'll do a couple passes full throttle. I'm just not about flying super fast. I mean, that doesn't impress me any. Now, the Havoc Racer. Oh, I love that sound of that thing makes when you unleash the beast in that. Huh. Oh, okay, I got you. Oh, ah, okay, Tuck, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's just it. I've tried using JPEGs on shirts, but I think what I got to do is go out and take a high resolution picture and then remove the background and then save it as a high resolution picture to get it on the shirt. But then once I found out how I could make my text round, yeah, the club at the beach. I'm kind of excited to hopefully this will calm down and I can go back to flying there because I like the guys that would be there in the mornings flying the electric stuff. It's like, oh my God, they would they would they had like every EDF you can imagine there and flying and nice guys. It's just with the COVID and stuff, it's just not. I'm just not going down. But they have a porta potty there, and they have a nice overhead covering with fans, and they have two big refrigerators, cold water dispenser, running water. You can wash your hands or wash up if you get nasty. Huh? Yeah, that's just it. Tell them I'm cheap, man. It's a software. You got to have the right software, and I'm too cheap to buy it. Oh yeah, yeah, exactly, George. That little Havoc racer, man. That is. I love putting when I put the camera on it. Facing rearwards. I love watching those videos, man. Yeah, I'm gonna stop at 8. I'll stop at 8 because I don't have anything going on tonight. Yeah, I'm surprised Kenny didn't stop in and say hi. Because normally Kenny doesn't go on until 8:30. The only reason why he's going on at 8 now is because I'm doing. No, I'm just kidding. It wouldn't bother me, man. It's not like I said, I don't need the watch hours. I'm well over 4,000 watch hours, so I don't need that. You know, it's not going to add any inches to my plane's wings or anything like that. But I just enjoy it. I mean, I like reading the chat. You guys, Draco, man, Draco. But yeah, I hope to get. I'm going to try to get some more flights in with the free wing F-15. I mean, not free wing, but the Arrows F-15. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. I think if I gotta push the wires back a little better so I can maybe get a battery back. But that 4,000, just a little gap. I mean, there's just a little gap from the front lip with the 4,000. It felt perfect. And if you measure the CG, at least, everybody's going to measure the CG different on planes. I don't care. You give people an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper and give them a tape measure, you're going to get different measurements for that 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. But there's like two little mold marks that are right in the center of the CG, and that's what I use. Yeah, starting to start heater and lightning rods. Yeah, temperatures are probably still nice down. If it was 70s today here, oh, it was when it wasn't raining, it was no wind at all. The flag was just like straight down. Thank you, George. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and crank it up, crank it down here. I appreciate everybody for coming by. I don't know. It may get more interesting than this. I just don't know. But thank you for hitting the likes. You guys had smashed the likes out of heck. Can anybody guess what I got in my likes cup? No. Battery operated socks and a thermal suit. Well, yeah, I was nervous because I wasn't sure about the throws, man. But like I said, I kind of set it up like the F-16 because it's not shaped like the F-16, but I get excited about maidens. I don't care. I'm going to be building a little EDF foam board plane here when I retire. Hey, Mike, don't worry about it, Mike. It's good to see you, bud. I like seeing you guys down there. I was watching you fly your vapor in the backyard there. That was pretty cool. Thanks, everybody. I've got, I just love flying. I mean, when I was in the army, I wanted to fly, but when I was stationed at West Point, if it was nice enough to fly, I was out sailing my sailboat on the Hudson, man. So you can only do one hobby there in the summer. They had nice flying cubs there. Oh my God, they had some nice planes. And the cadets, they had a flying club. They had permission to fly off of West Point. They flew off of one of the buildings out over the river. All right, guys, I appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and stop it here. Thanks for coming by. We'll see you on the bus. I really appreciate it. This is Jeff, Lower Alabama, baby. Tuco's laying in his bed over there. Woo, 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 woo.